Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Combat Corner, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez Showmont. Before we jump in, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, leave a comment on the content, man. I am so very, very excited. I have with me one of the OGs, the original gangsters of BKFC. Talking about going back to BKFC 3, the takeover. That dates you back to October of 2018. Last week we had the Champion Summit in Hollywood, and there were some fireworks here, but there were no greater fireworks than the fireworks involving this fighter in this event. I bring to you Christine Misfit Ferea, the BKFC Flyweight Champion of the world. You turned the camera. I don't know what happened there.
Oh, doing it that
Yeah,
way?
that's better. Yeah, act like that. Yeah.
Usually they want it the other way.
No, that's perfect like this. No, Christine, I appreciate you jumping on board. Folks, I'm in South Florida. She's in Vegas. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, and so I'm very grateful for her to do this. Christine, last week was crazy. Talk about being down here in Hollywood and just overall, we'll get into the juice, but the
Mhm.
overall excitement and the environment that it was last week.
Yeah, for sure.
Talk about that what went on
Uh,
last week and just overall the excitement, all the champions are in the building and Conor McGregor's in the building, all these
yeah,
announcements of what's going on. Talk about that as someone who's been with
yeah,
BKFC for so long.
yeah. No, it's great. Seeing the growth of the company and David, giving us all what he's giving us since he couldn't give us the pensions. Um, Conor McGregor on board. Just the growth of the company and how many people are recognizing and how many people watch, and it's crazy. From I guess I'll say day two, I was at BKFC too. Um, Man, I'm just excited, super grateful, ready to put on shows and give it all I got. Got a couple more years left in me. So I'm here to, solidify that and make it very hard for anyone else to beat me coming up and keep the bar high for the next generation coming up.
You've cleaned out the division at 125. I mean,
Yeah,
really, I mean at this point, I don't think there's anyone else for you to fight at the division unless maybe they bring over a boxer, from who's a champion boxer or something. And then I'm sure you'll make easy work of that. You now you want a challenge and you want to move up in weight. You want
right.
to fight Jessica Borga. Talk about how this fight and this beef started because to me there are beefs that are built for a show and there seems like there's legitimate personal feelings here about this one. It doesn't seem like it's just we're putting it together. No, it's like I don't like you, you don't like me. We can knuckle up
I
in the
don't
ring.
like anyone. I don't like anybody who signs a contract with me. I don't like
But
anybody.
this is
And period.
the contract hasn't been signed yet.
Or that wants to try and
Okay.
and and ride my wave. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like she's 3-0. 3-0, saying she's a queen of violence, she's this, she's that. I'm like, dude, you just sit down. Earn your shit. Hold up.
Yeah, yeah.
What up? Hey, I'm doing a podcast right now. Um, so earn your fucking way and leave me the fuck alone. She's saying that I'm calling she's sitting there like, oh, I wanted her off top. I'm like, I didn't even know who this broad was, to be honest with you,
Hmm.
until she's telling the truth about saying that she would do the fill-in for when Heather Hardy backed out. And that's when I first even knew who this lady was.
Hmm.
And um it was like 4 weeks out from my fight or 3 weeks out or something. And we had just found out actually about 7 weeks out from my fight with Heather Hardy that my girl had cancer. So it was like a
Oh,
really crazy time. And since Heather Hardy fell off, I was like, fuck it. Let me be with my girl and let's just handle this real quick because it's really crazy news, when you find out
Yeah.
your girl has cancer. I'm trying to help her go through the whole thing. And I was like, it's kind of like the universe, like saying, giving me that chance because I would have fought anyway. Since I committed to the contract, I don't ever pull out and stuff like that. And then Jessica Borga, stepped in. But at one, I think Knucklemania, California,
Yeah.
and my girl mentioned it to me, but I was like, whatever. I'm not fighting this fight because whatever my reasons. Um, and then she started running her mouth because I called out Crystal Pittman for the 135 because I've cleaned out the 125 division. And then her and her team, they're like weird, dude. They're like, I'm trying. First of all, let me and Crystal do this. Well, she's a 135er.
Mhm.
Why would I'm not calling out a 145er unless you're Chris Cyborg and you're worth it to me. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? That's a
Yeah.
goat. That's a legend. That woman I have so much admiration and respect for her that just to fight her would be something that would fill my heart and soul as a fighter, So that's why I went for Chris Cyborg at 145. Um, and then they started talking shit and trying to protect Crystal, I think, or they are hating on Crystal and trying to give Borga all the shine. I don't know. I don't know their deal over there. So that's when I started having beef with Borga because she was going online and then her family and her teammates and her manager / coach, the 1 in 10 coach, um, started talking shit to me,
Mhm.
So, and I'm like, okay, I leave teammates and shit out of it when you don't come at me, when you don't come at me like that. But if you come at me like that, they don't want the smoke. I'm telling you right now because I'm not going to stop, and I promise I'm 5,000 times more savage than they're ever going to be. I just let it out inch by inch. I'm just not. I don't let all the crazy out in one, but I promise I'm going to outdo everything that is in front of me or that is coming against me because I will go to any length to smash somebody.
So they didn't want to schedule the Pittman fight with you?
No,
Hmm.
they want they want Borga.
So 135. So you're at this at the press conference, and I mean it was pretty wild, and then they get to y'all. And then it goes up to another level. You have this belt. Talk about this belt that you have that you
It's a
brought with
ratchet
you.
belt. The ratchet belt. I have the ratchet belt for all the ratchets that I fight. Or if you're not a ratchet, you don't. Then you didn't earn it. Then you don't get the ratchet belt. So I mean, Christine Basins, Beck Rawlings, um, Taylor Starling. Those they didn't deserve the ratchet belt, so they didn't get it presented. But if you're a ratchet and you want to act like one, you want to act like that, then you're gonna get the ratchet belt and you're gonna get the title of it. And when you come at me like that, you're gonna get worse of a beating. So
You had I think now obviously I think most people consider it the quote of the entire event, the entire week. Even David Feldman said on the Bare Knuckle Show that was the quote of the week. Did this just come for those that you want to repeat it?
the reason why you can't make weight is because you got too much cum in your throat, bitch.
Did you
And
come?
everybody's like asking, did you script that? I'm like, absolutely not. And it's not something that I planned or even wanted to say. It just came out. That she just her in front of me. That's what comes to my brain. So that's what came out. So yeah,
You've
that
been
was not
watching
scripted.
you've been watching a lot of Conor McGregor where it just comes naturally.
Oh yeah,
It naturally flows because I mean when you're sitting there and you watch he gets on the mic and he's like,
yeah,
we'll bring to the
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah, yeah.
our
No, he's
opponents and our detractors. And it's like you're sitting there and you're watching like, holy shit, I know he didn't just memorize this crap. This is
no.
just all
It's
flow.
just passion. It's just all
Mhm.
passion, man. Really.
When do you want to make you kept calling her for 135. Do you want this to be And I believe you did
She
get her.
agreed to 135.
She agreed to it. She agreed to it.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have an agreement. We have
Yeah.
a face off. When do you want
Unless
this
if
fight
she
to
doesn't fight at
happen?
135, then she's scared. She's scared. Straight up. If she doesn't take it at 135, she agreed in front of the cameras, in front of
Yeah.
everybody to save face. If behind the scene, if this fight doesn't happen at 135, it's because she's scared, bro. And she just likes to fight people smaller than her. We all see the 115er that she fought the first fight, the 135er she fought the second fight, and Hannah's the only one that was her equal weight.
When do you
But
want to make it?
she's strategically picking fights to look better than she is. That's the
Mhm.
thing. It's just like, if you want to be the queen of violence, you want to be the best, be about that shit. Then I've went down to 115 before because it was a 5-time or 7-time world champion, Tiffany Van Soos.
Mhm.
I took that because I wanted to be great and test myself. I don't think she's about that life, and we're about to see.
When do you want that fight to happen? I mean, I know where I'd like it to be.
How long is it going to take her to hit 135?
I'd love for that fight to be in December, back down here.
I'm down for whatever. I'm always ready. I'm always training. So I just have to get ready for a specific opponent and get ready for that person. And I'm good.
What do you see in
I
her
live this
style?
life.
What do you
Huh?
see in her style? What do you see in her style? She's obviously is bigger than you. What do you
Right.
see in the style and how you approach a fight like that when you're fighting someone, who
I'm
does
not gonna
have
give
weight
my
on?
game plan out, but
I
I
mean, of
do have a
course.
game plan, and I
Hmm.
already know. I've studied a little bit of her, and I do extensive studies on my opponents, past and present. Um, she's very beautiful,
Hmm.
very very beautiful. She just doesn't know what I possess. I don't think she's ever came against somebody with a very high level of skill and IQ.
Hmm.
Honestly, she's gonna learn. She's gonna learn, and she's gonna bow down to the queen.
Looking at your last couple of fights, I was at the fight against Christine Vicens, and I saw the Jade Masong White fight last year.
Yeah,
What obviously the Masong Wang fight, you weren't happy with your performance, and even
no,
in the
no,
press conference, in the
right.
interview, what was it from that fight to then have the fight against Vicence where it was bloody, dominant? I mean, probably. I mean, as a completely dominant win to the fight before, it was
Right.
almost. You almost don't want to say it was
I'm
a
not
bore a
perfect,
bore
guys.
a
The thing,
boring.
look.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right. Oh, yeah, yeah. No, no. The thing is I had an off night.
Mhm.
The girl kept hugging, and I, in my mind, I was preparing for war
Yeah.
with the way she was talking and coming at me.
Mhm.
She felt the jab, and she's like, "Fuck that." She did. She just didn't want to fight. Period. And I even in a clinch, one time I was like, "Come on, John!" Like I was like, "Come on, dude! Like these fans are pissed." You know. So I
Do you
was
feel that
like,
in the ring? Did you feel that in the ring? Like,
"Oh
this is
yeah."
actually
Well, it was
this is kind of
yes,
boring right
yes,
now.
yes, yes. Absolutely,
Because
absolutely.
it's rare to see a what people would say a boring BKFC fight, but it's like you seem
Right.
really really upset about that fight, and then you
Oh
put on
yeah. I'm
that show
still
where
bitter about it.
would you do you, would
I
you
won't ever give her a chance again. Fuck
okay.
that. And then
Well,
she's like, "Oh, I won that fight." I'm like, "Bro, like you just if someone stands on business and like, okay, look, I fucked up. I didn't expect what you know, like
mm,
I'm fair person.
yeah.
I'm a fair person, honestly, and it's just the way she handled it and the way, oh, she went online saying, "Oh, it's not um um oh, people they should be happy I fought. We put our heart on the line." Oh, it's off? Okay. Okay. Um uh, like she blamed like getting mad at all the fans and the promotion, and I'm like, you're a stupid bitch, dude. Like we're here to put on, and if they're not happy, we shouldn't be happy because they're people are paying for us, even though we are doing a lot and putting our life on line, blah blah blah, all that shit. That's our choice. We chose this. This is our job. So I have a lot of integrity in things I do and stuff like that. So I just don't like how she handles. That's not championship. So I don't respect her, and so I'm
Have you
not going to give her another shot.
have you ever had a fighter in a fight with you when maybe they were hugging, grabbing and trying to grapple a lot, make it a lot more dirty boxing, like where they said to you, "Man, you hit a lot harder than I thought." Have you ever had that happen? Because maybe did she say that to you private?
Oh, in her
You-
head, she said that.
yeah.
In the back, she asked me. She said, "How much do you weigh?" I'm like, bitch, I weigh 138, 140. Like in my head, I'm like, I know what you're getting at right now. You know what I mean? You're like thinking that I'm just like so much bigger than you. That girl's legs are her. One of her legs is I feel like two of mine.
Wow.
Jaw just has a big lower half, or she's just
Hmm.
thick. She's a thick
Yeah.
girl, and
So, what were your
it's
thoughts of
just
the card
there's
overall?
always an
Or
excuse.
what were your
What
thoughts
do
of
you
the
say?
card overall in Hollywood? I mean, you have the Perdomo fight, you have the fight with G the Cutman that ends with the
Yeah,
ear. You have the Gallo fight with the golf ball eye for Peralta. I mean,
yeah.
overall, and then all these not you have the Esteban.
Peralta did well. I mean, Gallo, he's a tough guy. Perdomo, you know, hopefully AJ gets his rematch because he got hit when he was down. I know Perdomo has a tremendous amount of power, but at the same time, when you're hit like that on the ground, you don't know what that took from him. So it's unfair. This isn't the streets. I fight way different on the street than I do in the ring. I'm not gonna
Hmm.
sit there and be fair. Because I want it to end quickly.
Hmm.
You know, and
When
if you're on the
that
ground and I can end you, I'm gonna end you, and that's a very vulnerable position, especially if you don't know what's coming and you're already down.
What are your thoughts of when you saw that happen and then Perdomo goes across the ring and the referee doesn't stop it and almost like he baited Adams to just get up and fight more quickly because Adams had like 3 more minutes and you get hit like that, it's like your brain might be like scrambled eggs for a second. Like you need to
Oh no.
take your five,
Yeah,
especially the
I
size of a guy
mean,
like Perdomo.
when you're under pressure like that, I mean, it's just like, especially the pride of a fighter, just getting dropped, not giving up. That's a true champion. Honestly,
Yeah,
that's a
yeah.
true warrior, and I respect AJ for that, and it's a learning lesson for him. Obviously, learning lesson for us all. You
Hmm.
know, if I can't say it just sucks. It wasn't a honorable win for sure. So not
So
that
you
he
want
cares probably.
to you want to see a rematch though as a fan
Yeah, definitely.
from a fan perspective you want to see a rematch.
Hmm.
I was talking to a guy that trains with you and I want to bring him up because he got a tattoo of Ferea mode.
Hmm.
Rodney Hinton. Rodney
Yeah.
Hinton is one of the nicest people I've ever spoken to. I mean,
Oh yeah, he's very sweet.
talk about Rodney and what how his career has come along because he raves about you. I mean, he raved about you on camera, off camera. It was. I mean, he just completely raved about how much you've helped him with his career, his path, in the BKFC, and what's your relationship with him like, and how you've worked with him to help him out.
Yeah, the kid is when I see someone that is very motivated and sacrifices everything, gives their all, um, I will bend over backwards to help and support. So it's when he wanted to come out and train with me for a week. I said I'm very picky who I work with because you work with people and they just this I don't know. There's a lot of bullshit. People are bullshit.
Uh
So
huh.
I was just like, bro, and I tell people, look, I'm tough on you. I don't. You're gonna work hard. Whatever. I lay out my shit, and he's like, all right, got you. So he came out and did everything he said. No matter what I asked of him, no matter how hard I pushed him, that dude just went. And at the time, he didn't know, and I didn't know. He had little fractures in his hands, and so I hit with bare knuckle, you know, and just we work hard. I work hard, and so just knowing that after the fact, it was like crazy. I'm like, dude, this dude, he's different. He has a different energy and he has a different drive that's going to be very hard to overcome. Other guys are going to have overcome that, the mental and the physical uh, resilience this kid has. I love the kid. Um, I'll help him as long as he needs help, or I think he's going to come to Vegas, and I'm going to coach him. And however long he's with me is cool. Wants to go, that's cool too. Whatever. That's the thing is like a lot of coaches will be like, "Oh, you got to stay with me forever." But if you
Yeah.
outgrow me, you outgrow me. Or if you want something else, you want something else. Because I know I've done that in my years, and I've improved greatly from it. I would never hold anybody back, and or have be bitter about it. I mean, we work together. You pay me what you pay me, and we move on. You know what I'm
So
saying?
he
So
had a broken hand when he was training with you,
he's
or
like little fracture.
fractures.
Yeah, I think hairlines or
Oh,
something like that. Not broken, but
wow.
his hands were
Yeah.
messed up. So it was he didn't know, he didn't tell me till after the fight.
Wow.
That last
Wow.
fight he had, that's what I like about him. He doesn't bitch, doesn't complain, doesn't cry about shit. Like, I can't stand that. And probably because I've trained with a lot of guys, like a lot of Muay Thai guys that don't have that mentality. And it's like
Yeah.
you work hard and train with a lot of elite athletes that, taught me how to be super focused and just grind.
become bare knuckle fighter? What's your story? I mean, I know you did some MMA, but what drew you to bare knuckle?
Um, I had an MMA fight, lost my MMA fight by I got edged out by boxing, and she
Yeah.
ended up being the champion for Invicta. She was from Mexico City, and so I got into a boxing gym and with Gil Martinez in Las Vegas, and man, I fell in love with boxing. So I started training boxing, and I believe David Feldman called me and was just like, "Hey," or messaged me, "Hey, do you want to fight bare knuckle?" I was like, "Nah." I thought it was an underground. I thought it
Uh-huh.
was an underground, like unsanctioned. I was like, dude, no. And then I saw Beck Rawlings on BKFC one. So I would
Yeah.
have been probably on BKFC one if I would have accepted. But
Yeah.
then I saw Beck, and that's where I knew it was legit. I was like, oh, this is like for real. This is underground. And then that's where I was like, hey, yeah, I'll fight it. And then I got ready. I told my coaches I'm going to fight bare knuckle. They're like, okay, you know, whatever. And that's the beginning of it. It's real
Was it
simple.
was it anything that you expected? Because I hear talk to so many fighters who say, I was a boxer and then I moved to this. It's totally different. You cannot approach it at all the same way. And was that your stance on it as well?
Well, I just like, of course, we don't know the first one
Yeah.
preparing. Plus, I was BKFC too, so there was no experience or anybody helping me in that from that specific from this sport.
Hmm.
Um, I just got ready like any other fight. Got in phenomenal shape. Got my ass whooped all camp by guys, and went in. The where it hit me was when I was on deck. And you know how you get wrapped up usually, so they wrapped my hand. They did the whole thing. It was the same little routine.
Yeah.
Wrapped two fingers down. I'm like, okay. But when I was on deck, I'm like, oh shit, I'm going out with no gloves. This is weird, And then I just snapped out of my head. And then I walk out, and then when I really found out it was different is she was a southpaw from Nate and Nick Diaz's camp. Tate,
Yeah.
Jennifer Tate. She hit me with a right hook, and ooh, I couldn't see. I could not see, dude. Like she caught me like right in the right spot, and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm about to get knocked out for the first time. I've never been dropped, nothing." And I was like, "Oh shit!" So right when my vision came back, that's when I grabbed her neck and bah, 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 and I was like, "Okay, I need to end this because Yeah, I don't want to get knocked out. She was tough. She was real tough.
That was when someone who's fought you now should have fought you. That when you were new to this thing, because now that
Yeah.
you're here, it's like I know what to do here.
Oh yeah,
This
yeah. I
is my
definitely know what
ring.
to
This
do
is
now.
my shit.
Yes. Yeah, I learned everything the hard way. Definitely.
Now let's say this fight with Borga does happen, and we
It's
all
gonna
hope it
happen if
happens.
she's not scared.
Yeah. Do you want a 135 belt for this thing? Because
Oh,
there's no
yeah,
belt.
it has to be.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
the 135 and the Queen of Violence belt.
Okay. And let's say I'm gonna throw this because you mentioned it at the press conference. I'm gonna beat you there. I'm gonna take your belt at 45.
Yeah.
Would you then go fight her at
So
45?
yeah. So for me, I'm a fair person, but
Hmm.
this is my house. This is my shit. You're gonna do what the fuck I want. It's at 135. Then I'll give you your 145,
And
and
then
I'll beat her there too. I have no
what?
problem doing that.
What?
I would,
Go ahead.
I told, I would have took it at 145 because I'm crazy, but just the bullshit and the disrespect, like from Brokeback Mountain, Mundell, that dude, he wants to run his mouth. I already told him to stay the fuck out of it. I don't care if he says, "Oh, you're talking about my team." This is between two girls, bro. Shut the fuck up. We're building a fight. We're doing our thing. Even though it's whatever building is real beef, whatever it is, I don't care. If I sign a line with you, we are not friends. We are not cool. You want what I have. You want to ride my wave. You want to take what I work for. We're not okay. We're not after the fight. You guys all know that I'm chill after the fight. I give him the hug. I give the respect. All that. I don't go talking shit after how bad I whoop their ass. I never do that. I never do that because I'm just that's not me.
Hmm.
But before the fight, there's all is fair in love and war. Period.
That you have the fight. You have the fight with. I don't know. The fight with Christine Vicens. She
Mhm.
fights this past weekend. She
Yeah.
wins convincingly. Does that
Mhm.
show what the gap between you and everyone at 125 is? Because y'all fight looked how it looked, and then she dominates her next fight.
Right.
And I mean, does that just show like that 25? Like there's really nothing else for you to do here. Like you're looking for the
Yeah.
big money, the challenges. Because
I'm looking to be the greatest. Of
Mhm,
course, money is great, and I'm trying to feed my family.
yeah,
I'm doing that. Yes, I definitely want big fights and bigger names. But I'm here to help build a sport too, and
mhm,
help pave the way. I mean, I look at it like if I can't, if I'm not going to make the money that the next generation is going to make, whatever, I'm giving back because this sport has given me so much. The position I'm in, what the people I've met, um, the networking I've been able to do, beautiful people. I've met some really trash people too, but I've met a lot of great people, and
mhm.
I am forever grateful for that. And so what I mean, what it's given to me, it saved my life. It saves my life every day because I have something to focus on, something to be proud of, something to focus on, and I will give back, So, yeah, of course, I want the money. We all do. We want to be comfortable. We want to give to our family. We want to do this. We want to do that. But the most important thing is legacy and giving back and just being happy in my life, and being happy with my family life and my career.
You're 42 years young.
Yep.
Because I say, oh, you're
You can
42
say,
years
"Oh, bro,"
young.
because I am fucking dinosaur for fighting.
No, that's why you're. How many more years do you want to do this for?
I'm not satisfied yet with what
Yeah.
my accomplishments are. Like, I do want to test myself. Like, I think it would be a great test against Borga because she's a lot bigger, and the skill level is not really there for her. But when someone's that with a lot bigger than you, it's tough. Weight matters, and I like to see what I'm made of,
Yeah.
and you don't get not everybody gets to do this. Not everybody gets to test themselves in this way. And it's just that's what I want. I want really skilled fighters. Like I want to test myself against a Amanda Serrano, against a Katie Taylor. Like what the hell?
Mhm.
What would happen? And bare knuckle happens to be my sport, so I definitely want to test them here. You know, boxing, that's there. I love boxing, but I didn't come from boxing. I'm a Muay Thai fighter. But what I've done with MMA, Muay Thai, even grappling with jiu-jitsu and wrestling, that all plays into bare knuckle. So I think I was tailor-made for this. And boxing, I think I would do good. Of course, Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor, I think I could beat them in bare knuckle. If I went into their world, you never know.
But Christine, I greatly appreciate your time. I know you got a lot of stuff going on, and you fit me in today, so I appreciate you very, very much. I'm actually going to be in
Absolutely.
Vegas next week. How hot is it right now?
Bro, right, it's 82 degrees
That's it?
right now. Yeah, but
Okay.
well, it rained yesterday.
Oh, it never
So
rains there.
it was 111 degrees 2 days before that, or like the day before that.
Well, I'll be there next.
So
I'll be there Sunday to
it's
Thursday
gonna be
with my
hot,
wife's
dude.
birthday. Yeah, yeah.
It's
I
gonna be
love
very hot.
I love Vegas. I love going to Vegas.
Yeah, yeah,
But no, I appreciate you coming on with me today, and you know I look forward to the next fight, which is going to be against Jessica Borga. I'm hoping it's down here in Hollywood because that would be fire. Let's bring it down here. But
yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, Christine Misfit
I want it.
Ferea.
I want
Oh,
it
go
in
ahead.
Denver. Sorry,
You wanted
I
to
want it in
Denver? Go
Denver
for it.
or New Mexico. Oh, I don't think that if we can do it in. But yeah, I want it in elevation. I want it on my side.
Okay.
Do it in the
Okay.
West Coast, baby.
How about Vegas?
I mean, we're not open yet.
Oh, real? Is that why it's not been in Vegas?
Yeah.
They haven't sanctioned it in Vegas in Nevada.
hmm
That's
Yeah.
insane.
That sucks.
Nevada allows everything else, but they don't allow bare knuckle fighting.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's literally whorehouses in Pahrump that are legal. I mean, it's
That's
Borga should
nuts.
fight there. Never mind, sorry.
That's crazy. That's crazy though. I did not know that. That's goodness, because I know Australia. They were supposed to be going to Australia this weekend, and Australia canceled and said, "Oh, well, it's too
Yeah.
brutal." Like
Yeah, but
you
I
got
know the other side. I have a friend in Australia that the other side. Is it
Queensland,
Queensland? He said
Australia.
like they'll like it over here. So I
Well,
mean, maybe they need to go the other side.
before we go, what did you think of those guys from the UK? Those guys are lunatics to me.
Oh yeah, they're
They lost
crazy.
the cell phone. Gary Fox and these guys are looking at a map and saying my phone is somewhere in the middle of Miami, looking like a chop shop. They're recording this thing, and these dudes just walk up into what look like a grow house or a chop shop or something like, "Where's my phone?" type shit. Like,
Wow, I didn't see that.
it's on the BKFC page on the
Oh, I
Instagram page.
gotta
These
see
guys
that.
they drove from Hollywood all the way to somewhere in Miami and to go because he couldn't find he lost his phone
Yeah,
and
does
he
he
got his
not
phone
know
back.
where the fuck he is?
Clearly not because they got the
People
phone
need to
back.
tell him, like you don't, Florida, you don't play out there, bro.
These guys are nuts. But I mean, I think the guy Fox also wearing Kai Stewart's face all over his body was actually
Yeah,
classic.
nah,
That
dude,
was,
they're fun guys, dude.
yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, this is Christine Misfit Ferea. I'm excited to see your next fight. I look forward to it. I thank you so very, very much, folks. I'm going to link her description for social media in the bio, in the description. So please do follow her. Appreciate you so very, very much. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Combat Corner, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.
Up and down through the blood and the sweat. Guarantee you can know I'm a threat. Up and down through the blood